Hey there. We've had a big, crazy amount of snow that came to our area, which is pretty unusual because we live in sort of a southeastern area where we don't get hardly any snow. And it got me thinking about how people have to make changes sometimes suddenly and um, what it's like when you have to do that. It can be really tricky. But I don't think you're ever too old or too young to really have to do it. You just got to find good ways to make it come out positive for you and your family. I've had to start over several times in my life, either to get away from a negative situation or to move on towards something more positive. It's usually involved a job, but sometimes it just happens that you have to go for other reasons. I worked in engineering in the beginning, and I worked in heavy construction, and it was pretty hard work. There were not many women at the time in that kind of business, and it was a lot of travel. So that made it good in a way because I got to see a lot of different areas. But it was really hard to meet people because most of the people were men and they were older working in that kind of field. It was also, after I had my kids, I didn't want to do the traveling anymore. I wanted to be home and help see them grow. So I started a boutique storefront business, and we worked with a lot of artists there and sold all kinds of fun things. But we lost that to a fire, so I had to start over again. And it's really, really tricky, I know, but I started working at doing craft shows, art shows, and craft shows to sell my clothing, and also teaching children and adults art and other creative things. It can be tough, but I think that everybody has the opportunity to try new things, even if it's not just related to your job. Sometimes when we are moving through our life, we become the mom or the job or whatever, and we kind of lose ourselves. So this is a chance to try new things. It doesn't just have to be art as people think of as drawing or painting. It can be music, it can be gardening. Sometimes you can just make daily activities fun and creative. When my boys were young, we used to start every school year with a home management lesson plan where we would clean up the house, sort through materials, plan what we're going to be doing for the year. So that was a really good and creative way just to make learning fun and to try new things. If you also need to meet new people, being in creative environments, I feel like those people are very much open, accepting to everybody in music and gardening and all kinds of arts. If you need to find people to meet or you want to try a creative activity, you can join a garden club, or you can just go to your local art museums and galleries. Almost every town has one. There are a lot of volunteers work there, and you see a lot of local people's art. They usually offer a lot of classes, so that's really nice to meet people and to try a skill without too much investment to see if you really like it or not. There's garden clubs, there's master gardeners, you can join them. There's acting, local theaters, and music groups. Also cooking and things like that. One of my things I really like to do is with my clothing. It picks me up when I have to change, to go through my closet, try new outfits together, see if I want to buy something. Even if you're not buying anything, it's really good to shake up your wardrobe. You can go to thrift stores, they're less expensive. And it's kind of important as you get older too, because your body changes as well. If you're changing a career, you may need to change your look anyway. And it just helps you feel better and more positive to do these kind of things. If you need to find a creative outlet, just set up a little place in your house. You can just find a corner, a table, a few shelves. Think about your timeline, what you've been doing in your life, and things that you always felt like you were drawn to. That's an easy way to figure out what you want to do. If you like cooking, maybe now it's time to try new recipes that are less overloading, a little lighter, a little healthier. Try new things, because that's an important thing as aging too, is to keep your health and to keep your body in shape. If you want to set up a little craft area or sewing area, that's always an easy thing to do. Buy a few materials, just try them out. I'm making up some lessons for some people right now. I'm just sending them little kits that they can try and do some of the work just to see if they're interested or not. You can also go to the local gardening centers, and they have ideas about plants. They are really helpful there. Sometimes you just meet other people that are in gardening, and the local sewing centers and fabric stores. They'll have lots of people there that can help you decide what you want to do. They all have classes. So there's many places that you can find ways to get out of a slump and help you try to get your life back on track. Sometimes just having something like this is a really easy way when you have to move or when you have to change something suddenly. It can keep you more consistent. It can help you with the stress. It's really good to do with kids. They love to do creative things. So I think we all need to keep learning all through our life and be around people of all ages and all kinds of interests. And I hope you will give some of these things a try. Let me know if you have any questions. I have some, as I said, I'm working on some kits if you're interested in. I have a quarterly magazine type booklet that I put out. If you're interested in that, I'll link it below. Also, let me know if you have any questions. I can do videos on other topics, and leave me your comments. Just tell me what you like to do. Give everybody an idea of how you cope with stress or cope with the change in your life. So share with people, let them know, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks, bye.